Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Welcome to my first stream of Victoria 3. I'll be playing as Korea and attempting to finish the Hermit Kingdom achievement. Enjoy the video, and if you like it, hit that subscribe button. We're gonna play as Korea today. See where that goes. So we start out as a subject of the king, the great king, the best king of all. It's a pretty good economy, really good authority, pretty decent military too. Unrecognized kind of sucks. That means our credit rate, that's terrible. Oh, and I get one just because I am this country. Interesting. So that sucks. Yeah, so we don't want to go into debt, that's for sure. Hardwood shortage in the king market. I'm sure that'll fix itself. So 3, 4, 5. Looks like 5 states. All right. So 3.3 million. Literacy's low. Standard of living's meh. It's a really good population. Okay, so that's our highest pop state, second highest. So it seems like that southern portion and the western portion of the state is more populous. This is the lowest. Okay. We are a very manly child. And there's our heir, a very manly, even more smaller man. He's even got a nice little balding part there. So, alright, let's look at our government. Okay, of course it's always going to be landowners for most of the countries in the game. Okay, so he's sickly. That does hurt the landowners with 10%. And he is a child, so his popularity goes down, so that'll go away later. Traditionalists are, state religion and women should stay at home and have babies type thing. So they're decently happy. Everybody else seems to be kind of pissed off. Surprise. So the landowners are patriarchal, so they match with their current ruler. Autocratic, so yeah. Pretty much keep the landowners in power. That's what the pyramid's kind of for, is the tiers. Paternalistic. Yeah, so they want to remain in charge. They don't think the average person should be making any decisions for the country. So with the landowners, it looks like the laws, the only thing we can pass is to go to hereditary bureaucrats, which is not good. Appointed bureaucrats kind of help with the taxation capacity, which I imagine is not great. Yeah, unrealized taxes, 17,000. So we definitely don't want to change that, even if they want it. It also helps the intelligentsia here. That's why they support it. So more of them are going to go towards the bureaucrats, which are the interest group the intelligentsia like. Or bureaucrats like the intelligentsia, rather. So that's for liberating the country and getting them away from this monarchy type rule. We're going to need to go through that. Well, we can also do police. We don't have a lot of bureaucracy here to spare, so while I'd like to go into dedicated police just to keep radicalism down, because we are going to be doing quite a lot of law changes over time, I don't think it's wise for us right now, because you can see here it's going to cost us 162. Well, it's kind of hard to get these nested tooltips sometimes. 162 bureaucracy, we have 12, so and that would affect our income quite a bit, so we're not going to do that. Let's try to figure out what this achievement is. So I think it has to do with a journal entry, maybe. Not really sure. Maybe it's something that's going to pop up. There's really nothing else. Like, you know, we're already unified Korea, so there's nothing to really do there. Let's look at population. So they're not very poor. They actually have quite a lot of excess going towards them. And then middle strata's doing decent. Upper strata's doing okay. I'm just going to turn the music down. Yeah, so we're just going to kind of build off of China. They've got all the population, of course, and if we can just sort of supply their market with everything, that's probably the best bet. Well, let's check out what we actually have built right now. I love having rice farms, they're perfect. So we don't have any wood being built, which is kind of like the basis of your economy. We do have a construction sector and it's consuming wood, so I think that's what we'll start with here. We'll kind of get that construction phase going, and I'm just going to plop it down where it's most profitable. So we'll start here. You know, we'll just put one in each, just to kind of like help employ people and get them out of those peasantries, because we do have 3.6 million peasants. So we want to get them participating in the economy and not just sitting at home growing their own food, making no money to spend on anything. Yeah, so we're going to try to help out their economy. And of course, the hardwood, very good price right now, so we're going to go for that. And opium, because of the opium wars that they're probably about to have with Britain at some point. So can we grow opium? No, we can't. All right, well, we'll go wood first and specialize in hardwood to kind of close that gap for them, hopefully. And then from there, we'll go into tools and building for the construction sectors. So they're going to be building, looks like they're going to be building log camps too. As far as tech, landowners are in charge, so there's really not much to add. I don't know what our infrastructure looks like. It's pretty good, so we don't really have to rush through the rail. But it might make sense to go towards mechanical tools. Oh, well, education's probably number one. So I'm going to start with this one, and we'll see what the natural one is. And then I'm going to go ahead and spend some of this authority that we have extra of. Just do a promote social mobility. That's going to help like educate people in the country. So all of those states are going to get these bonuses of 25% more access and 25% more qualifications. It's not like something we really need, but it's going to help over the long term. Like you'll see this, the literacy is actually going to climb quite a bit just from those. And then I think seeing what taxation looks like, yeah, that's pretty terrible. We might actually want to work towards a different, we already have that, so after this tech, maybe we want to go towards the taxation stuff to increase our archives. So this right here gives us more capacity, gives us like the ability to go through this, but that's going to require paper. That's going to be, you see it says 12 years from now, so we're going to have to wait on that for a bit. We got to knock out a couple of these first. So we'll do that, and we should be solid. So wood, and go into tools, get our construction sector stuff going, and then we're going to work towards that paper and bureaucracy so we can get more tax out of our people. But at the time being, I think we're solid here. In fact, wood's not too expensive in the Chinese market, so I might go ahead and just pre-build. Put those at the top of the queue. Get me Yeah, that's the most. Okay, let me do, I guess, 2, 4, 6, 8. Yeah, we'll do 4 of them. Hopefully that's not too expensive, but we can go ahead and like really turbocharge our economy right now. We'll knock out some wood, get it down a little bit, just so we've got a little bit more. And in fact, since we're building in Young Ho, I'll move that up as like the first one, since the consumption's going to be in that state. And then I'll do 2 more there, and then kick all these guys down. That way we kind of prioritize their area. All right. Now I'm going to hit play, and then I'm going to go ahead and start looking at state benefits here. Because, like I said, I've never played in Korea, so I have no idea what's going on. Looks like nothing there. This one's got extra infrastructure and agricultural throughput, so agriculture's good there. Nothing there, nothing there, and nothing there. I mean, it's surprising considering how mountainous like North Korea is supposed to be. Considering when you play over in like Venezuela or Gran Colombia, they treat these mountains like they're just the worst in the world, and this mountain is just so ridiculous. And then for some reason in Korea, it's just an entire mountainous country with no negatives. It's kind of weird. Do they even? They don't even give a negative to that side of it. What about this one that literally is a mountain the whole way? No, they actually get a bonus. That's wild. Are there any other? Okay, so the Himalayas here affect, but only kind of. That's kind of weird. Like Tibet, it just affects Tibet, even though you can see the mountains crossing through this state as well. Like, couldn't even like give it a partial debuff. Now I feel like Afghanistan's gonna have something, right? No? Okay. Yeah, interesting choices. So I think like most of the time I play over in South America, like in this area. I've played every country in South America at this point, obviously besides the big 3 here. Even Central America, Mexico, America. Like, I've played everything in the Americas. Except Cuba. I think that's the only one. And Canada. Can't forget Canada. But yeah, it seems like a lot of effort was put into here just to like kneecap. I mean, look at this. They've got Panama, no negative. Andes here, Andes here, Andes here. And then this one has the rainforest. It's like if you're playing as New Granada, it's really hard because everything you build has a negative. Ecuador, Andes, Amazon rainforest. Hell, this one at least has the benefit there. But Andes. Now, I don't know. I could probably do a quick Google on this and find out. Maybe this mountain range is super tall compared to the ones in Korea, or the ones that are considered too tall over here but not over here. I guess, okay, they get a desert. That's fair. That's better. But I don't know. I feel like they should get a debuff, especially with the amount of population. Like, that's usually the bottleneck for most games that I play in South America. Like, the mountains suck, but the population is really where you hit a problem. I don't like they fixed their wood issue. No, it's just more expensive in general. Because I imagine they switched the PM to be hardwood, and that made less wood. Let's see what we've got in our market that's really cheap that I can use without making. Dyes are cheap, and clothes are kind of expensive. Tools, iron, wood-ish. Yeah, so it really seems like I could just specialize in clothes at this point because they use dyes on the next PM. Wow, I'm making so much glass. What for? The ceramics? They're not even profitable. They want us to pass hereditary bureaucrats? No. But Like I said, I wouldn't mind passing dedicated police force. I don't know if I'll be able to get that like in the next 5 years, but maybe. Okay. Yeah, why not? So we've gotten all but one of the construction sectors up, and I think this will put it right about 500. So that'd be good. We'll build some of these logging camps. Are they making paper already? Yeah, and it's not even that expensive. So I will go ahead and start putting down some of these government admins. Yeah, we'll just start here, 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 and here, and see what happens with that. They're really quick to build 100, so, and that's, I mean, hell, it's basically free profit because of this 18,000 unrealized taxes. But we will definitely go. I didn't even check this. Yeah, okay, cool. So the natural spread's coming from there. So I'm gonna grab academia, start working on education, and then switch over to, I guess it's still under society. Yeah, I guess I'll just work these because this would probably help romanticism. With the greener grass, maybe. I don't know. So we'll find out. Oh, look, a tobacco shortage, and it's gone. Do we have iron? We do. In 3 states. That's great. Well, is iron very expensive right now? Yeah, it is. Okay, so I think we're gonna do the wood here just to kind of bring down the construction costs just a little bit in local economy. And it's still decently profitable in China as a whole. But I think we're going to go ahead and switch, like, say, this one to iron frame. Because we can definitely afford to take the negative there. Because this savings isn't really helping us. Yeah, I'm not pro traditionalist, so he can take the popularity hit. And yeah, I'm always pro peasant movement. Do we want to hate Russia? I mean, we're not touching them. Does China hate Russia? We don't really have an opinion. I mean, sure, form the lobby, hate the country. Oh, I need to check that. Yeah, so my liberty desire is kind of lowish, so I'm gonna do something. I hate doing this. Oh, wow, they actually would accept. That'd be cool. I'm gonna ask for market control just because I want this to kind of go up simultaneously. So to stop it from pulling down, I'm gonna go ahead and improve relations with them. I don't want them like mad at me, you know, but I also don't want them to think that I'm okay being a subject forever. Not that they'll, know that, but I don't want to seem comfortable. Now, there is an opportunity here for me to strangle all of China's iron. Because right now they've got a couple states producing it, but I could start producing the primary amount, and then there's no way they're going to be able to decouple from my economy. It would cripple them during a war, so I think I'm going to go that route. Still working on logging camps. That's fine. So we'll build these government admins, get our profit up a little bit, and then I think we're going to go straight into iron mines. And I'm going to switch between iron mines and these admins so that we can kind of get that going. We'll start here in the lowest population state because it looks like they have actually a decent amount of trained people. I know it's like the least profitable, but it's also the closest to China, so for like trade purposes it makes sense. So I'm gonna build 5 starting there, and then we will, I think, we'll be relying on this state for a lot of stuff, so I'll build maybe 2 there for now. And it's also good because I think this is the state we have all our construction sectors in, right? Yeah. So it being closer here, hell, I might add a few more. I'll just do 5 in there as well. But basically it can pull, and market access impact is closer. So it'll be cheaper to move that iron into here to consume it. Look at that. Only 17,000 unrealized taxes. 17.8. And let me look at this guy. Yeah, we can't go higher on that, so. This is also going to be employing the right kind of people, so bureaucrats. So we're actually making the intelligentsia stronger. You're going to see that clout go up from 6.5, hopefully somewhere closer to these guys. While I've got the chance, I know they're going to try to take some power soon, and they're also happy, so I'm okay to do this. I don't like having traditionalists in my government because they kind of push the whole like women stay home and religion being a central focus of the government. So I'm going to try to change those guys out. And I'm going to go for this for the public schools. So we'll do that. So to try to get that to change, I'm going to get well, there are no generals that are religious. So I guess we'll just go for a straight, we can't. We have protected speech. No, we don't. Is it because their ideology is too similar to the ruler? Just because of traditionalism? Did that change? So I can exile this guy who's a reformer, which that would be pretty good to get like cultural exclusion. Yeah. Okay, well now we have a lot of bureaucracy, so I will try to go for dedicated police force. I know the lobby or whatever, the demand by the government to do so is gone, but yeah, it doesn't hurt to get it now. Yeah. Oh, look at that, already in consideration. We could start looking at what kind of changes we could make to our government. So it looks like we could pull in the Confucians pretty easily, but they're not really going to have any laws that I want to pass. Now the armed forces might, because we are at peasant levies, and that does help out the landowners. It gives more political strength to the aristocrats, and I mean the officers are fine. But if we go here, we can pull less aristocrats into the military and also get a professional army. It's less battalions, but they're just better in general. So we might go that route. I don't know what else they'll support. I'd have to really dig deep. Look at that, dedicated police force, done. Okay, so then we'll pull them in. It still keeps us as righteous, which is great. And yeah, so they can do peasant levies. National Guard, something they might want to. So, might be an option. It looks like nothing else. I would love to get away from these two things. So isolationism, honestly, this is all terrible. Serfdom, isolationism, and traditionalism are the most annoying things because we have an investment pool that money's not going into. Plus this minus 25% taxation capacity. I mean, hell, imagine if we had 25% more of this, we'd be breaking even almost. So we're going to work towards getting interventionalism. Right now it's the industrialists and the trade unions that support it. And the only way to get more industrialists is to industrialize. So we'll just have to work towards that. And of course, they're going to say no to it, but we'll work on that. Maybe we can change this one a little bit because technology spread, something we kind of want more of. I really don't care which one we get to as long as it's not this one. So maybe this one. Again, the only people who support it are the industrialists, so that's something we'll have to come back to. Yeah, and then serfdom, yeah, there's really no, I would be fine with tenant farmers. So rural folk or the intelligentsia, I don't think we could pass it just yet. It's too low. We could try it, but I think for now, we're just going to go for the safe bet, make people happy. Everybody but the intelligentsia, unfortunately. We're going to go for National Guard. It's going to kind of help with our military if we need it. Sure. Trade union's going to have a naval leader. Don't care.
Hey, how's it going? It's the Polk here. Thanks for watching part 1 of my playthrough as Korea and Victoria 3. If you enjoyed what you saw, please like and subscribe. Stay tuned for part 2, and have a great day.